Welcome to playoff season. 20 drivers, 10 races, 1 champion. There will be plenty of highs.
Goes high. Kevin Thompson goes high.
Kevin Thompson's got it.
Kevin Thompson with a last-second move. My God, made the high side work.
A few lows.
Adam Gardner into him. That's going to bring out a caution for sure.
Oh, no.
And a whole lot of burn it down.
But Kevin Thompson, burn it down, son. If you still got any gas in that thing, my friend, burn it down. And he is going to burn it down. Well-deserved and earned for Andrew St. Cyr. Let's see a show.
Get ready. It's playoff time at North Wilkesboro for the Group 6 Cup Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what a season it has been. What a time it has been. We have got one more race for you. It is our championship race. Welcome to North Wilkesboro Speedway. Welcome to the Auto Pros 175. And welcome to championship racing. As always, up here in the booth, my name is Hunter Foley, alongside my broadcast partner, Jonathan Smith, and we are so excited to bring you the racing action that we are going to have right around the corner here in just a few minutes. Before we get into all of that, want to make sure that we shout out all of our sponsors who have made this amazing season possible, as it has been all season long. Special shout out and thank you to Group 6. Group 6 is a leading creative agency, and they are passionate about crafting cutting-edge websites, developing dynamic web solutions, and providing top-tier managed hosting services. Their mission is to help businesses of all sizes enhance their online presence. Explore their wide range of services at group6inc.com and see how they can drive your digital success. Special thanks once again to Group 6 for being our series sponsor this year. Tonight's race is brought to you by Auto Pros, located in the heart of Roxborough, North Carolina. Auto Pros is your go-to destination for all of your transmission needs. With a team of skilled technicians dedicated to providing top-notch service, they guarantee that your vehicle is in capable hands. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, Auto Pros offers a wide range of services tailored to keep your car running smoothly. Be sure to check them out at their location in Roxborough, North Carolina, and they will keep you taken care of. Thank you to Auto Pros for being our race sponsor for our championship race tonight. The Doghouse Racing League and the Group 6 Cup Series is also very proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Stop by one of their West Virginia locations to try their freshly prepared legendary breakfast bar and take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. We are also very proud in the Doghouse Racing League and the Group 6 Cup Series to be sponsored by Butt Kicker. If you want the very best in sim racing haptics, be sure to head on over to their website at thebuttkicker.com and pick yourself up something today. Trusted by both professionals and the everyday driver, I can guarantee whatever you pick up over there, you will not be sorry. Thank you to Butt Kicker for being a longtime friend and sponsor of the Doghouse Racing League and the Group 6 Cup Series. Well, what a season it has been so far. We are excited to be bringing you the championship race tonight. It is going to be a shootout out here at North Wilkesboro. Thank you to everybody who's joining us here on your Thursday night. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. You all tuning in and watching, liking, subscribing, commenting is what keeps this whole thing going. So thank you so much to each and every one of you who's joining us tonight and has been joining us all season long. Got 11 people out in the chat right now. B-Mac, hi, Hunter, and Dr. John. It has been a fun and exciting season. What will I ever do on Thursday nights until next season? Have a great night, Team BMP, and best of luck, Andrew. Hope you are there. And then, yay, he made it. Andrew St. Cyr out on the track right now. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you have not yet, so you don't miss any of the upcoming action that will be only here on Doghouse Racing TV. And as always, be loud in the comments. It's the championship race one more time for this season for the Group 6 Cup Series. Cheer on your drivers. Let them know how good they're doing out there. It has been an amazing ride so far. Robert Lawrence, good afternoon. It's been a great time watching this series and seeing my kid Nathan Lawrence in the 97 car run with all the great people who drive to bring this race to the public. See you next year. We still got a lot of racing action to go before we sign off officially, but it has been a great season. And so I think to start off this championship race, there's nothing left for me to do but go ahead and shut up, let my broadcast partner say something intelligent about North Wilkesboro, what these drivers are going to see out here. John, take it away.
Well, I am super excited to be here. Glad we made it to this final race here at North Wilkesboro, hometown track for me, and kind of a hometown track for you now. I guess you're out there close that way, but I actually never got the chance to come out here in person. I always wanted to do it one day, but I know this track is a beast. It is a bumpy track, especially in turns 3 and 4 coming out of Ford. A little bit out of turn 2, you're going to see guys sliding out of these corners a whole lot, especially on exit. You kind of see it there in front of Justin McMahon. Got to be super gentle coming in here, and we talk a lot about rhythm tracks like Darlington and Bristol, and this is definitely one of the books for me that is a rhythm track. Had the chance to race here in a different league race a few nights ago, a few weeks ago actually, and actually lucked my way into a win. There was no skill involved. I got very lucky there at the very end. You can see that on our TikTok channel actually, where I posted the video of how lucky I got to escape with that. But man, it is a rhythm track. You really got to find your groove and stay in your groove and be super gentle on the throttle. We will have some keys to the race coming up here soon, but do have some race info for you here tonight. So we started the Auto Pros 175, got stages on lap 44 and on lap 88. Going to be a half-mile track. Track temp sitting at 85 degrees with 76 degrees outside and low humidity. It's going to be a really good day for racing, but excited to get this one started.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a really fun night out there. We've got a playoff battle. I know first and second pretty well taken care of by Mr. Jamie Horne and Andrew St. Cyr, but still got a big battle going on out there for third place, and I know everybody else just trying to lock in a good run to make sure they have a lot of momentum going into next season. I think, like you said, I think it's going to be a big rhythm track here. We're seeing guys all over the place in practice, so I think it's going to take a lot out of these drivers to not have it be kind of a yellow flag heavy race. I know normally that's not something that we see a lot in the Group 6 Cup Series and the Doghouse Racing League, but I think it's going to be one of those tracks where unless these guys are very careful, it's definitely something that you're going to see out here. But I guess let's take a look at our points and see where we are going into this championship race here.
Yeah, just flashed up 1 through 8 for you so you can see where your favorite driver is at coming into this. Got Jamie Horne out here holding it down in first place by about 107 points. Lead in front of Andrew St. Cyr. Eric Warman in third place right now, 184 points behind Jamie Horne. Those 3 spots are pretty much solidified. The real question is going to be through 4th and 5th place right now. Those guys are separated by about 8 points. You see the changes there from last week between Chris Simon, Justin McMahon, Kevin Thompson, Adam Thompson, getting really close, 4 points apart, battling out. Josh Cully in 8th place. Moving on down here to our 9 through 16 drivers. This is where a lot of our changes happened last week. Not Gary, Clune, Wilkerson, Gentry, or Gentry, but moving down to Leftwich, Millette, Atwood, Bonomo, Tony Martin. A lot of shakeup there after last week's race with some movements. Mike Leftwich jumping up 2 spots. Steve Bonomo moving down 2 spots. And then back here for our last part of the top 20, the playoffs. Adam Gardner moving down 1 spot. Mark Dumont, Zachary Miller, and Zach Michael.
It's been a crazy points battle this year, man. The playoffs have been so much fun. Being up here broadcasting has been just an absolute treat. I know we talked about it a little bit before the race, but Doghouse Racing League Group 6 Cup Series is where we got our first shot to be broadcasters. We thought going in, hey, we think we could do this. It won't be that hard. It's a lot harder than I think we anticipated, and I think the first couple races of this season showed maybe that we'd gotten a little bit over our heads, but put the time in, put the effort in, and brought us to now. And I think we have a product now that we're very, very proud of, and it's been just a real treat to be up here to broadcast for this season and to be with all you wonderful people who tune in with us every single week. Got Sandra Horne here saying good luck to you, Jamie, number 98. Proud of you. And then thanks to you and Hunter for your awesome broadcasting this season. I'll be lost on Thursday nights until the new season. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself for the next couple Thursdays. I'm just so used to hopping on here, getting off work, coming home, and eating dinner, and just hopping on here and broadcasting. I am very proud and excited to announce alongside my broadcast partner that myself and John at Nap Daddy Racing have been picked up for season 2. So we will be joining you here on Thursday nights once again, once we get the new season started back up in the new year. And John, I know we talked about that a little bit before the race, and that's who'd have thunk that we were going to get renewed.
Yeah, who'd have thunk that they want us back? Yeah, I mean, especially looking at those first few broadcasts we did here, not a good look for the Nat Daddy boys. But kind of got our act together, and I think we're kind of figuring out. Excited for next season to bring a lot of new stuff, but excited for tonight as well. John Novak, one of the newer comers to the league. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of him next season as well. Not in the playoffs, joining the league a little late, but he's been very fast lately. He's going to be in the second place spot. Jamie Horne just coming around taking that pole position from him. Justin McMahon sitting in third place right now.
What a lap out of Jamie Horne. I know we talked to Jamie last week, and he said that he was a fan of North Wilkesboro, but right now, I mean, he's sitting in the pole position with an 18.076 as his fast lap. Justin McMahon just took second place there, I believe, and he came in with an 18.211. That is kind of nuts, seeing a 0.2 separation on the qualifying lap.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those tracks that you got to be a little bit afraid to drive the car as you're going around. I think Jamie Horne does a really good job at that, knowing how he can push that car and knowing his limits. And we kind of talked about that recently, is you just got to wheel yourself. So getting to the iRacing scene, and I think one of the big tips is there's going to be some tracks you kind of have to be a little afraid of what you're doing. You know, until you get confident with that car and what you know you can do with that car and how to manipulate it, that's when you start getting a lot faster. But Brandon Trush, not worried about the danger here, bringing in 7th place right now. Adam Thompson coming around for 5th place. Currently, Justin McMahon is the closest to your pole sitter, about a 10th off, but everybody else 2 tenths, almost 2.5 tenths.
There's just a huge variation right now in these qualifying times. Like I said, Jamie Horne currently sitting in the pole position with an 18.076. Going back to 14th place right now is at a 19.55. So I mean, we have a 1.5 seconds of separation in our qualifying times. That is pretty unheard of, unless of course you are at North Wilkesboro. So this is definitely going to be a very interesting race, and I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys kind of navigate around this thing and how they're going to work once it gets kind of bunched up in a pack, because North Wilkesboro is definitely one of those tracks where those restarts are going to be crazy, and when people are trying to get into their spots and get their lanes, that's when you can see a lot of trouble start to happen. But if we do end up on a pretty good green flag run here, you will start to see quite a bit of separation, and then it really comes down to exactly like you said before, just rhythm, making sure you're hitting your marks lap after lap, because it is absolutely one of those tracks where if you take your eye off the ball for a second, you're gone.
Yeah, looking through the board, I don't see a Chris Simon right now. I believe Adam Thompson is done with his qualifying. I think he's out there just getting some extra runs there. But yeah, I don't see any Chris Simon, which kind of spoils our head-to-head matchup here, as I'll bring that up for you right now. Trying to transition over there, but tonight, yeah, we had Chris Simon, Justin McMahon, head-to-head matchup. These guys are super, super close in the points. So, I mean, anything could have happened, but I think if Simon does not show tonight, that means McMahon's going to take that spot right back from him. I don't think there's any way that he can't take it. I'm trying to do math in my head as I'm thinking about this, but that is going to be was going to be our head-to-head matchup. But going back to the results from last week as well, while we're sitting here, last week, Adam Thompson taking the win after starting in 9th place, Eric Warman coming in 2nd, Jamie Horne in 3rd, Nick Atwood in 4th, and Chris Simon in 5th place. You notice all those guys there in the top 5, except for Jamie Horne, did not start inside the top 5. Well, except Atwood too, but you see those guys moving up through the pack and really finding their way and learning how to navigate and get through Michigan there. But yeah, definitely a fun race out there, and looking forward to going back there next year and getting this race tonight started as well.
Things underway here. Guys are going to come back out for 5 more minutes of warm-up, and then we are going to get on to the racing action for our championship race here tonight in the Auto Pros 175 at North Wilkesboro. Who do you think is going to be taking home the checkered flag here tonight? I know we talked a little bit before about how it's probably about a done deal for our top 3 for the points. I know we still got some other action going on, but who do you reckon comes home with the checkered flag here tonight?
Yeah, we talked about our picks a little bit earlier, and I think tonight I am going to go with Andrew St. Cyr. Going to pick up his 5th win of the season. You can see the stats right there on your screen. He's winning just about, well, not winning, but top 5 in about 63% of his races that he's driving in. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's a stat and a half average rating, driver rating of 110 over 29 starts with 12 podiums. So I am going to go with Andrew St. Cyr tonight.
I think for me, I'm going to try to avoid what I've been doing all season long and pick the pole sitter. I'm going to go with Jamie Horne for the win tonight. I think he's going to cap off just a spectacular season here in the Group 6 Cup Series. Already knew coming in based off of his interview last week that he's a big fan of North Wilkesboro. I think he's going to come out here. He's going to be starting in front. I think he's going to finish in front. I think Jamie Horne puts the capstone on his championship run tonight at North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, I mean, trying to pull up that stat one more time for you here back at home, but it was kind of crazy. I actually had to put it in a little parentheses at the bottom because of how crazy that stat was. But Jamie Horne, over 31 starts, 13 wins. He is winning 41% of the races that he starts in with an average rating of 119, which is leading the league in average rating. So with 19 podiums, so he's finishing the top 3 in 60% of his races, and getting a win in 41% of all those too. So the man is doing the work out here.
He really has been, man. It's been just a tale of all sorts of different stories throughout the season. I know we talked before about being up here in the broadcast booth and trying to build a storyline and trying to tell the story of the season. And I mean, it just really written itself this year. I mean, how lucky are we to be able to broadcast that when these guys just kind of make it so easy? And so we're definitely appreciative to them, not only for having us up here in the booth, but for kind of giving us the best seats in the house week in and week out, because it has been a crazy good season. Kathleen Trush in the comments, Team Trush number 23. Good luck to Jamie number 98 as well. Fingers crossed. Shout out to Hunter and John for a great season. Really enjoyed your broadcast this season. Thank you. That means a lot. We really appreciate it. And try to bring it one more time here for this season and give the guys a really good broadcast for a championship race. Give them as good of a show as they've been giving us all year is the hope. But we only have about a minute and 40 seconds before we get underway here for the Auto Pros 175 at North Wilkesboro. John, talk to me a little bit about in your experience here at North Wilkesboro. What are kind of your things that you're looking to see here tonight that are going to be kind of the keys to the race, if you will, or just the things that you're going to see out of these drivers?
Man, it's going to be a lot of keeping it clean. Like, I know I say that quite a bit, but if you can keep it clean here and really mind your P's and Q's, you're going to be in the good graces with the guys of North Wilkesboro. You got to be good on those restarts. It's a slick track out here. You got to make sure you're passing at the right time. There is about 2 lanes to this track that you can pass on. That top lane, probably not going to see a lot of passes, but the middle lane's got some speed, low lane's got some speed, but the low lane's going to be very loose, and you also just got to be very, very patient when you're coming out here and trying to make those passes. Figuring out when you can go, when you shouldn't go, and if you do go, make sure you get way out ahead of the guy behind you. You don't want nobody on your bumper getting any kind of arrow loose whatsoever. Anything that can mess you up. I know arrow's not going to really come into play at this track tonight. You're going to be able to drive this track with a little bit of arrow damage to your car, a little bit of body damage, but any sort of wheel damage is definitely going to throw you off. But yeah, keeping it clean, man. It's hard to stay on this track and stay straight off these corners, and that's going to be the big key tonight.
I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys are going to navigate this thing out here, because it is going to be kind of crazy racing out here. I had a weird feeling, but I think it's going to be a really fun race out here tonight. Really, if it was about any other league, I think I'd be a lot more concerned for seeing these guys come out here and race in North Wilkesboro, but Group 6 Cup Series, Doghouse Racing League, all these guys always put on a really good show, and I know they try to keep it as clean as possible. I think this league does as good a job as any of showing the how that racing doesn't have to be exciting to be all cautions or big wrecks. I mean, we have those for sure, but I think it really tells the story about how you can have long green flag runs and kind of see the chess pieces moving around with the different drivers and their different strategies, and how that's really just as exciting, if not more exciting.
Absolutely. We are about to grid up here. Some guys that are still coming in to join right now as they're trying to grid up. I still don't see any Chris Simon, so I don't think he's going to be with us tonight. If we wanted to throw up another graphic for another guy here that been on a little bit of a streak lately, moving up in the points. Got Adam Thompson with 26 starts over the season. I know he's going to hate this because he usually jinxes them when we do this, but 48% in that top 5. Getting the 2 wins this season. Every time he's finishing, I notice he's about 20%. If he finishes in the top 5, he's probably going to win 20% of those races if he is up there. So if he's up there, look for him to be out front for sure. But heading back over here, we are starting to grid up. Let's try to get some of these guys read off for you.
Happy to do so. So for your final race in the championship race here tonight at North Wilkesboro for our Auto Pro 75, your pole winner is your points leader, Mr. Jamie Horne, going to be starting in first place tonight. Starting in second is going to be the number 24 car of Justin McMahon, rocking that Group 6 logo on the hood, our series sponsor. Starting in third is going to be our second place points runner, Mr. Andrew St. Cor. Starting in fourth is going to be Nathan Lawrence, in number 97, newcomer to the league, but has been really, really strong this season. Got a shout out from Robert Lawrence here. Let's go 97, keep the fenders on it and bring it home.
Nice car, by the way.
Yeah, nice car as well. Courtesy of Nap Daddy Racing. Got Nate in here as well, saying he's going to do his best. Love you, Dad. Thank you guys for the great broadcasts all year long. Greatly looking forward to next year. We're looking forward to seeing you race as well next year. Starting in fifth place tonight is going to be the 31 car of Eric Warman. Starting in sixth is going to be Mr. Adam Thompson. Starting in seventh is the number 9 car of Stephen Bonomo. Starting in eighth, another Nap Daddy paint over there, Mr. Brandon Trush. Starting in ninth is John Novak, another newcomer to the league, been very strong in the races we've been able to see him in. Starting in 10th place and rounding out your top 10 is going to be our race admin, Mr. Daniel Wilkerson. Starting in 11th is going to be Gary Armijo. Starting in 12th, Mike Samia. Starting in 13th is going to be the 14 car of Mark Dumont. 14th is going to be Richard Leclerc. 15th is going to be William Hensley. 16th is going to be the number 11 car of Gary Clune, and that is going to end your drivers who took a qualifying lap. So after that, it will go by I rating. So it will be 17th, Josh Cully. 18th, Mike Leftwich, and 19th, Bill Gentry with that Auto Pros logo on the hood. And we are about to get underway here for some championship racing, man. If that doesn't just give you the goosebumps, I don't know what will. I can almost hear a bald eagle.
Going to be a lot of fun. Pace car diving off into turn 3 to that pit road entry. These guys are side by side, ready to gas it up and get going here for 175 laps. 175
Green.
miles.
Green flag in the air for the start of our championship race. These guys are off to the races. Jamie Horne with an amazing start there, as he has had seemingly every time this year. Everybody stacking up behind him. See these guys trying to figure out where their lane is and where they can be safe, because North Wilkesboro is not going to take any prisoners tonight. Oh, see a car getting loose already. All the way into the infield. That's going to be the number 7 of Gary Armijo. Caution flag out, and we are 2 laps in.
If we can rewind really quickly. Yeah, just sliding in there.
That's the other thing you have to consider about North Wilkesboro too, man, is that wall is just so close to the inside of the track. If you bounce off that thing at all, I mean, it's pretty much just going to send you right back up into the middle of the track. I know normally we don't do cautions for single car spins, but in this case, you don't really have a whole lot of a choice.
Yeah, I mean, this track's a lot like your Richmond's, Dover's, Bristol's, where it's wall-to-wall on both sides. The only difference is this track does have a little bit of grass there on the edge of turn 2, and I've always wondered what's the point of that grass. Like, are you really paying somebody to come out there and maintain that little strip of grass? Just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe they should just go all concrete there. Somebody, I'm assuming somebody really loves that grass patch right there. That's why they still have it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, you can see
Looked
it
like
right
Josh
there.
Cully actually. Looks like Josh Cully actually brought it down pit road there. I don't think Gary Armijo, or he actually is going to go ahead and bring it down here. Looks like he took a little bit of damage from that impact. I think he got it pretty well slowed down, but probably messed up the arrow on the front of that thing just a little bit. John, Adam Thompson's here in the comments, and he just said Booth. I don't think he's thrilled that you brought his name up right before the race started.
He said, keep my name out your mouth. I was going to give the whole Will Smith quote, but you know, we've been good all year.
I'm fairly certain that we haven't had a single bleep word slip all season long.
Professionals.
Fairly certain. Consummate professionals up here.
On paper.
I don't even know about on paper. On paper might be a lot, but, you know, we'll take what we can get.
Yeah, that's what I've just been telling everybody lately when they start saying something about somebody or somebody else. It's like, yeah, on paper. No matter what it is.
Well, what is not on paper and is instead on rubber is these guys about to go green flag racing here. Pace car makes that hard left-hand turn, and we are about to get underway. We are gridded back up lap 7 when they cross the stripe. Look at that takeoff by Jamie Horne. Justin McMahon doing a great job of keeping up with him. That low side had a lot of a check up there. Nathan Lawrence all the way up to the wall up in front trying to race Andrew St. Cor out.
Yeah, it looked like Justin McMahon tried really hard to get to that middle lane. Now, when I raced at this track last season, I'm trying to get my experience here. That middle lane was it. That is where I wanted to be at the entire time. But these are open setups. Could be a little bit different here. You see a lot of these guys taking that inside, especially 3 and 4. 3 and 4 plays a little bit different. I'll try to pull up the track map here in a second. But 1 and 2, man, I love that middle line. It floated really well. You could stay there for a while and then almost dive down, just like Jamie Horne is doing right there as you come out.
It is crazy in an open setup how much these guys can do with an open setup. I mean, they can really kind of disguise the car pretty much however they want it. We've got another caution flag out, and I believe it's going to be the 97 car of Nathan Lawrence.
Lawrence spinning that thing around, driving it off. Look at that.
Hit with a little Dukes of Hazzard burnout to get it back going, though.
Yeah, you got to show you're still confident.
Yeah, all class. Beautiful stuff there.
Ooh,
Let's take a look and see what happened there. Yeah, it looks like he's got a little bit of damage there. Heard Nathan coming over the radio saying that was all him. Right after we had Tila22 in the comments saying 97, let's go. Let's hope he's able to get that thing put back together and back out on the track. He was running really well up there, so I'm giving Andrew St. Cyr a run for his money. Really just kind of a little tap there on the front right. Not anything too awful.
Yeah, nothing hurt. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, the body damage isn't really going to hurt you here. It's going to be more about that wheel damage. If you have any kind of wheel damage or any kind of chassis damage at all, that's really going to hurt you here, especially trying to get off of those corners and really getting in. It's going to make you a lot tighter. I think he's going to be just fine there, though.
Got Almond Butterscotch in the comments. Great broadcast quality to start the race. The commentary, the angles, etc. Is this a regular thing? The algorithm really hit tonight. Thank you, YouTube algorithm, coming in clutch for us. This is a regular thing. Unfortunately, you're tuning in on our championship race. So this will be our last broadcast here on Thursday nights for a little while. But we did get renewed for a season 2. So starting sometime early next year, we will be here on Thursday nights. Or if you just really like the sound of our voices, you can check us out, Nat Daddy Racing on TikTok. But this is the Doghouse Racing TV, and they gave us kind of our shot in broadcasting. So forever grateful to them and all of the admins for having us out for this season and also renewing us for season 2.
And, I mean, you won't have to wait too long for Thursday nights either. We do have the Merry Christmas 300 coming up at Talladega. Going to be fixed setups in these next-gen cars. Little get-together for the boys for the holidays. That's going to be December 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Actually, it's going to start at 7:45. These guys will be practicing at 7 p.m. Sorry, I'm reading off the notes right here for it. Going to be a good time. I know usually they do a snowball derby type event, and I know they have one coming up on Thursday, December 18th. Not sure if we'll be broadcasting that or not, because I love to run that race. I might get you and Baker up here to broadcast that one.
See if I can't get good enough by then to get myself out there. We'll see what happens. But pace car makes the hard left again. 2 cautions less than 15 laps. Let's see what happens here as we restart it here on lap 15 of 175 at North Wilkesboro. Jamie Horne off like a rocket ship again, using that high side. Look like that low side got a little bit better of a jump this time as well, so we're seeing a lot more stack up there in front. Brandon Trush and Adam Thompson really got a good restart there. We're going to be 3 wide towards the middle of the back. Excuse me. Mark Dumont, Daniel Wilkerson there banging doors a little bit. It's like Gary Clune and I think John Novak. Nathan Lawrence was on his way back up. He was trying to get it back up front. Him and Bill Gentry almost got together. It is crazy at North Wilkesboro, man. I mean, you're just seeing the tiniest little touches, and you just see people going.
Trying to find Gary Clune here on the tracks. He's still trying to get around. He might be stuck. Got a little bit of help from his teammate. Yeah, he's stuck on the edge there. Trying not to tow teammate, trying to help him out. That was Andrew St. Cyr trying to give him a bump. That is unfortunate.
So is it just that steep right there that he just can't get it off the wall?
It's just that awkward angle. He's only got that one tire touching back there. Which is wild because normally you would see both tires spinning there, but
just heard Andrew St. Cyr come over the radio and say he was stuck there. Gary Clune is his Team BMP teammate and said that Gary was stuck there and now has to tow. That is crazy and very unfortunate for Gary Clune.
I just want to back this up a little bit further because, I mean, these guys are racing hard right here coming out. Let's see if we can get a chase cam here for you to see what happened. You see the 14 car there of Dumont moving up a little. That's just a little bit of one going down, one going up. John Novak in that 85 car. If we back this up just a little bit more, I just want to check in on Nathan Lawrence. I know he was up there at the front. trying to avoid it. You see Josh Cully diving down there. 225 of William Hensley, newcomer. Everybody diving down, trying to avoid the wreck.
We're getting this thing back underway quickly here. Pace car headed off, makes that hard left-hand turn. Lap 21 when we cross the stripe. Let's see how long we can go green this time. Guys are all stacked up, ready to go, and here they go. I think Justin McMahon might be getting a little bit of a read on Jamie Horne's restarts now. Much better restart there for Justin McMahon. He's right on Jamie Horne's bumper as they come out of that restart.
Man, you really just got to be patient here if you're Justin McMahon. Play it smooth, let him make a mistake.
I mean, because like you mentioned earlier, Justin McMahon, oh, we've got Daniel Wilkerson. They were 3 wide going into entry there. They were 3 wide going into entry, and Daniel Wilkerson there on the outside had to make a really tight turn. Back end just starts going out from under him.
You're looking at that 14 car of Dumont there. Dropping it down low. That's also Michael Samia getting underneath Wilkerson. It's going to flush him all the way to the high side there. Ooh, Mike Leftwich just narrowly avoiding that.
Oh, that was tight. Lordy mercy.
We're here. We can take a second to check in on Justin McMahon. Using that VR headset to drive.
Yeah, that VR headset is sweet.
Always rocking the good LED lights behind him. Also tonight on the cams, I know earlier we saw Brandon Trush. We also have Jamie Horne. Pull up his cam for you. And Jamie not only providing a face cam for us, also giving us what we all want in a feet cam. Make sure you like and subscribe Jamie Horne's Only Feet account. For $6.99 a month, you can get exclusive content.
People might be.
I'm just joking. All right.
I'm gonna go look for that.
I'm stretching that one too far there. It is really cool. I'm actually put this foot cam just a little bit later tonight. You can see how he's manipulating that car as he goes around the corners. And yeah, since you've been driving too, I've been talking to you a little bit about it as well. You're not only driving with your hands here, using the steering wheel, but definitely using your feet, a little bit of throttle to get in, a little bit of brake to spin it around a little bit.
100%. Pace car off the track here. We are about to go green flag racing again. Good Lord, that's a Jamie Horne restart. He is just letting that high side eat. Justin McMahon getting loose, and he's in the wall. Oh no. Justin McMahon and Adam Thompson were racing up there for that 2nd and 3rd spot. Justin McMahon getting loose and getting up into the wall. That's very unfortunate for him.
Take a look at this restart here. McMahon there on the inside, that 24 car. Adam Thompson on the high side. Oh, I thought Adam Thompson might have got into him, but it looked like McMahon got really loose coming through there.
Justin McMahon, I know you talked about it earlier on in the race. With Chris Simon out, definitely in a good position to get up there and move up that extra spot in the points. Definitely going to hope he can get that damage repaired and get back out there. See him bringing it into the pits right now. B-Mac in the comments saying, Andrew, you dodged that bullet. I mean, everything. It seems like anytime a car goes around, it is just a raffle of who's going to be able to actually get clear, stay racing. Mark Bates also saying, let's go Adam T. Adam Thompson up there running in third place right now.
You know that meme of the girl with the house burning behind her? She's like smiling.
I do, yes.
I'm not sure if that's what Adam T is going for there in that picture, but I can't tell if it's a sun. I think it, like, the more I look at it, I'm like, that's a sunset with some trees behind it. But in my mind, like, at first, I'm like, that's that meme. It's like recreating it. There's just like some fire behind them.
Pace car is headed off. It is going to be lap 32 when we cross the stripe here. Green flag in the air. Jamie Horne off to the races. Brandon Trush right behind him. Andrew St. Cor on the inside.
Love that line on Trush there.
Look at Eric Warman sending it in there. Look at that racing up front. That is so good right now. Lots of battles going on throughout the track as well. Steve Bonomo sitting there battling with Josh Cully. They get really close right there. That's for 6th and 7th place. Look at that 85 of John Novak got a little bit loose, headed up the track. Currently got 16 cars on the lead lap right now. Gary Clune going to be in 17th place. He's going to be 4 laps down. Your only car that is currently on the track laps down. Justin McMahon in 18th place, 5 laps down, still on pit road. I believe Nathan Lawrence has called it a race here. 9 laps down in 19th place, no longer in the session. Oh, somebody really loose right there. That's William Hensley. I think he might have caught Bill Gentry a little bit on that one as well. So 7 laps. I think that might have been our longest green flag run thus far.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's feels a little bit like Martinsville.
I mean, these guys are just, I mean, I do not want to like overestimate, underestimate. I don't know which one it is. Again, professionals, but on paper only. However, someone would estimate it. This track is crazy, crazy hard. And these guys to be out here in a big competitive field like this and still trying to run your line and hit your marks every single time at a track like North Wilkesboro. Definitely very, very difficult, I can say with all confidence. And John can testify to this because he was spotting for me the other night while I was trying to do some driving. I would no longer be in the race, and I wouldn't be in the race 20 laps ago.
And you are correct, sir.
It hurts, but it's true.
Yeah, very cool. Looks like he's going to get the lucky dog on that one. Get back here on the lead lap. Or not the lead lap. 3 laps down now. I'm sorry. I've got a bunch of numbers over here on my right-hand side, and I just got to choose a random one and say what I think.
It looks like when we go to get this thing restarted, it's going to be Jamie Horne, Andrew St. Cor, Adam Thompson, Brandon Trush, Eric Warman, Stephen Bonomo, John Novak, Daniel Wilkerson, Mark Dumont, and Gary Armijo making up your top 10 when we go to get this thing restarted. Pace car is off, and we are about to get back to green flag racing here. Lap 41 when they cross the stripe. We've got our first stage on lap 44. Green flag in the air, back to racing. Jamie Horne. Great restart again. Brandon Trush and Andrew St. Cyr side by side. Adam Thompson looking for his spot. Adam Thompson trying to challenge Brandon Trush on the low side. Gonna see if he can get it done here on this entry. Gets side by side, but not going to be able to get it done.
It's a little loose there.
I mean, it's just kind of crazy to watch, like almost how much they have to sling that back end around to actually like make the turn here.
Yeah, I mean, you're not really sliding, but you're kind of sliding to get around to this corner. Set that brake bias a little bit lower. I mean, when you
not really sliding, but you're kind of sliding.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I think I really learned about that concept at a track like Auto Club coming out of turn 4 there. You're kind of sliding, but it's very controlled slide as you're going through there. You feel safe as you're doing it.
Well, we are coming up here on our first stage. No caution flags or yellow flags for stages here in the Group 6 Cup Series of the Doghouse Racing League. Just points, and how fitting is it? Andrew St. Cyr second place, Jamie Horne first place. Caution is out. Looks like it's that 79 of Mike Samia that's going to be slow on the inside there. So, I mean, I guess in this case, it kind of is like we had a caution flag for the stage. But Jamie Horne going to be getting the first place points bonus. Andrew St. Cyr second. Adam Thompson third, Brandon Trush fourth, Eric Warman fifth, Stephen Bonomo sixth, John Novak 7, Daniel Wilkerson 8, Mark Dumont 9, and Gary Armijo 10.
That caution is going to be for Justin McMahon.
Oh,
Coming off of turn 4, getting into the throttle. It's a little loose there. Head first into the wall. Speaking of Mike Samia,
ooh.
I know this is a new face for some people here on the broadcast. Mike's actually been with the Doghouse League. He was with the Doghouse League for a while and then took a little hiatus, and now he's back. It's good to see Mike back out here.
So that makes it, that is going to be our 7th caution of the race so far.
7th caution.
Whew. If you had the over 10 yellow flags going into this race, I don't want to know what your plus odds would have been on that, considering the amount of cautions we normally have in the Group 6 Cup Series in the Doghouse Racing League. I think we averaged less than 3 in a race.
For sure.
And we are racking them up here tonight. Mark McCrae in the comments. St. Cyr's number 2 fan just tuning in and see him number 2 behind that pesky fast Jamie Horne. We were just talking about it, how fitting it kind of is that Jamie Horne and Andrew St. Cyr 1 and 2 as we end that stage right there. Those two have just been battling it out all season long. Been so much fun to watch. So much skill between both of those guys. It has just been so much fun.
Makes you excited for next season, especially when you got guys like Brandon Trush coming into the league just a little bit late, not hitting the playoffs. John Novak in here coming in late, not getting in the playoffs. Nathan Lawrence coming in a little late, not getting the playoffs. Guys like that are going to be threats to deal with next year.
Absolutely. Pace car is off. These guys are about to get back underway. Just heard some friendly chirping over the radio. These guys are back to racing here. Lap 49 is complete. Lap 50 underway here. Andrew St. Cyr, big run in there, right there, all the way to the bumper of Jamie Horne. Adam Thompson trying to keep up there in third place. Brandon Trush now in a battle with Eric Warman there for fourth place. Like Eric Warman is going to get clear of Brandon Trush there. Eric Warman going to take over fourth place here. Adam Thompson looking like he's starting to gain on Andrew St. Cyr, trying to make a play for second place.
John Novak getting around Steve Bonomo further back. Mark Dumont, Gary Armijo going at it for that 8th place position.
It looks like we almost kind of have a second pack forming here. I think we had some pretty different restart speeds here. So you kind of see that second pack forming. Look at Justin McMahon, even with that damaged car, flying around people right now.
Yeah, McMahon is 8 laps down, but doing his best to get to the front. Maybe get some laps back the old-fashioned way with these cautions. Might help him out.
You never know, man. Gary Clune currently going to be 2 laps down. Mike Samia 3 laps down. Justin McMahon 8 laps down.
Yeah, this is a pack.
We're going to have 15 cars on the lead lap. Daniel Wilkerson being your last car on the lead lap.
They're going to split Mike Leftwich 3 wide here. Wilkerson's going to have a good run off.
Woo!
Samia checking up hard not to get to the back of Mike Leftwich.
Yeah, some good lane switching right there by those guys.
Yeah, checking back in with the front here. Got Jamie Horne out to about an 8/10 of the lead. I love how these guys are starting to arc this corner now. Then you start diving in a little bit lower here on turn 3 and 4. I know that turn 4 is very loose there on that bottom lane, but watch how they come in here and they're going to arc it more. Especially Adam Thompson using that arc, getting a little bit higher here and diving low to get out of that corner. Get as much speed on that straight as he can.
Consider too, I mean, even though we have had a lot of cautions, I mean, most of these guys haven't pitted yet. So these guys are on almost 60 lap old tires. So those tires are going to definitely starting to get to be a little bit more worn out. At least get pretty warmed up. So you're going to have to arc it a little bit more to make sure you don't spin it coming out of the corner there. And this is kind of what I thought would happen up at the front once we started, assuming we got some good green flag laps going. I mean, Jamie Horne obviously so fast here at North Wilkesboro. I figured if he could get some green flag laps, he'd probably start building a pretty consistent lead here, but we've just been kind of stopping and starting here quite a bit, so been a lot more closer to racing than I think maybe Jamie Horne was expecting.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're going to get to a stint, probably this one right here, where we're going to start extending it out and have a pretty decent green flag run. But, I mean, what's going to happen is these tires aren't going to wear as much, and it's not really the wear that's going to hurt you here at this track. It's going to be more about these tires expanding as they get hot. And different things start to happen when your tires get warmer, especially on those right sides. Going to get a little bit tighter on exit, a little bit looser. A little bit tighter on exit, looser on entry. Especially that right front. You'll start heating up that right front a lot more as you start driving the car in harder into the corner, hitting the brakes just a little bit harder. And you got to imagine it like a platform with a ball in it. Or if you have a car with no seats in it and just the ball in the center, as you're going into these corners and hitting that brake, that ball is going to roll to the right front, and that's showing you where your weight shift is going to be at. And that's going to cause a lot of problems later on down the stretch. As that right front starts to heat up, it's going to get a little bit bigger and make it really tight on entry.
I love that analogy. I'm going to try to keep that in mind next time that I'm trying to do some racing.
Oh, yeah. All
I
about
forget
weight
where
shift.
I was racing mini stocks the other night. Don't even remember what track it was, but I was slipping and sliding all over the place.
Yeah, the big thing's about weight shift, and this is a good track to kind of practice that on, trying to balance out that weight as you go through the corners.
Starting to see some cars end up in lap trouble here now. Looks like Mike Leftwich just went a lap down, as did William Hensley. Jamie Horne continuing to build onto that lead. Got about 1.5 seconds over Andrew St. Cyr now. Adam Thompson going to be about 2.3 seconds behind Jamie Horne. Eric Warman about 0.7 of a second behind Adam Thompson. Jamie Horne been able to navigate this lap traffic here pretty well so far, but one of the things you're going to start to see happen here now that we started to kind of spread these drivers out a little bit more, but now as the lap traffic starts coming into play, you're going to start seeing guys get bunched back up, mixing in with the lap traffic.
Brandon Trush getting right below William Hensley there. Trush currently running in 6th place right now, trying to chase down Steve Bonomo. Bonomo's been on a tear tonight.
Yeah, Bonomo's been moving up through the track really, really well. Brandon actually down a couple of positions from where he restarted there. It's like Josh Cully's kind of coming in pretty hot here too. He's going to be right behind William Hensley. It's like he's coming in pretty good right now as well. I believe Josh Cully going to be our biggest mover of the night so far as well. Started in 17th place, up to 7th right now. Checking it out front, Jamie Horne just continuing to build that lead on this race now. Out to 2.5 seconds of a lead here in the Auto Pros 175 at North Wilkesboro. Lap 74 here when they cross the stripe. Andrew St. Cyr now going to be 2.5 seconds behind Jamie Horne. Adam Thompson gained some ground here. Only going to be about 0.5 second behind Andrew St. Cyr. Hearing some friendly chirping right now over the radio between Adam and Andrew. Eric Warman also closing the distance. He's only just over 0.5 second behind Adam Thompson, fighting for that 3rd place position.
Got the battle spots there down at the bottom right-hand side of your screen for 2nd place. Andrew St. Cyr, Adam Thompson separated by about 0.6, and Eric Warman along. It's going to be about 1 second, 1.1 behind Andrew St. Cyr. You can see just how much Adam Thompson has moved up tonight, 3 spots to put himself in that position. Don't want to talk about him too much.
He'll get mad.
Yeah, he might throw things at us.
Checking back in with Josh Cully as well. I know we were talking about him just a second ago. He was able to get around. Brandon Trush is now in 6th place. Going to be about 10 seconds behind the race leader, Jamie Horne. Currently only 10 cars now on the lead lap. Gary Armijo being the last car on the lead lap right now in 10th place. Bill Gentry, Mark Dumont, both now down a lap. Oh, somebody just popped the wall right there. I think it was William Hensley having to get on the brakes really, really hard right there in front of Jamie Horne, because he was going to end up in the wall right there.
Yeah, you can see he's got some damage to that bumper there on the right-hand side. Looks like the bumper split just a little bit in that quarter panel. Jamie Horne going to try to get underneath him right now. It's going to put Hensley down 3 laps here as they cross the stripe, coming to the end of the stage at lap 88.
So I don't know about the gas, and the tire situation is definitely going to be a little different because we had so many cautions here at the beginning of the race. But I mean, at what point are these guys going to start seeing like kind of a significant fall off from the tire wear? I know you said it's not so much about the tire wear, it's more about the tire expansion, but at what point or what lap do you foresee that kind of starting to hit these guys to where they're going to want to come down pit road?
You know, I don't think it's going to happen here. This reminds me a lot of like Richmond, kind of where you don't really have tire wear. The tire just gets bigger, the tire heats up a lot, it kind of messes when you're driving. And as many cautions as we had, you can kind of cool those tires down under caution, not running it as hard. Finding the cooler parts of the track, usually on the top side there where nobody's really running. But I think the gas is going to run out for these guys. See any significant changes that you would see at another track, like I don't know, maybe a Texas or a Kansas or somewhere. Maybe even an Iowa, but I'm sure these guys can go probably at least 100+ laps before they have to take fuel. This might be a one-stop race for a lot of these guys.
I think things are about to get a lot more interesting right here. Jamie Horne coming up on Gary Armijo right here. Gary Armijo being the last car on the lead lap for the time being. That is your 10th place driver. Jamie's going to start to come up on the rest of the pack right here. So right in front of Gary Armijo, right there, you see Richard Leclerc already down 1 lap. Then you've also got, I believe that's going to be the number 7 of Gary Armijo there, Gary Kloon. They're going 2 laps down. Brandon Trush there in front as well. You're going to have pretty much up to about 8th place here, a lap down here in just a second. You also have to wonder if that's going to slow down Jamie Horne at all. Give these guys behind him a little bit of time to catch up. Andrew St. Cyr right now, 3.7 seconds behind your race leader, Jamie Horne. Adam Thompson going to be about 0.6 of a second behind him. Eric Warman slid back just a little bit on Adam Thompson. He's going to be about a second behind him. And Steve Bonomo still moving through the pack really, really well. Sitting in 5th place, but 5th place is currently 10 seconds behind the race leader. Jamie Horne doing a 19.4 lap time last time.
I mean, if this stays green, I think this could end up like that Bristol race earlier this season where we finished with 3 people in the lead lap. I mean, I know that's very typical of Bristol, but you get a good green flag run, man. I mean, with the speed Jamie Horne has right now, I think he might be able to get around everybody except for the top 4.
That is kind of crazy. Again, just kind of hilarious things that you hear over the radio. But I know we've talked about it before, but we purposefully don't play the radio over the driver radio over the broadcast just in case, you know, some words get said that maybe aren't appropriate for all ages and audiences. But I just heard a couple of the drivers kind of chirping back and forth at each other, and Adam Thompson comes over the radio and says, whatever happened to, instead of arguing over the radio, you just got to go mud wrestle at the end. I think we were having some microphone issues there for a second, but I was saying it's kind of funny how me being able to hear the driver radio, and we don't play that on purpose so that, you know, we remain appropriate for all ages and audiences, but Heard a couple of the drivers kind of chirping back and forth at each other a little bit, and then Adam Thompson comes over the radio, and he says, whatever happened, instead of arguing over the radio, you just have to mud wrestle at the end.
Oh, I love a good interview with Adam Thompson.
It's so good. Just classic stuff. Looking out onto the track right now, kind of to the point you were making a few minutes ago. Jamie Horne now has up to 7th place, a lap down. John Novak looks like he's bringing it down pit road right here as well, but he's going to be 8th place going a lap down. Daniel Wilkerson now going to be the last car on the lead lap, sitting in 7th place, and you can see Jamie Horne starting to gain on him right now as well. I mean, what a race for Jamie Horne. I know it was a little bit strange in the beginning with all the cautions, but to have as good of a season as he's had, be so far ahead in the points. And then in our final race, our championship race, him just able to come out here and just put on, I mean, for this season, I just want to say a classic Jamie Horne performance. I mean, absolutely picking him up and putting him down out here right now.
Yeah, I don't know how much information I can release about next season yet. I know there's going to be a few changes, or at least some changes they're talking about, but definitely going to shake some things up, and I think these drivers are going to be a lot of, if not, I don't know how you can be any more invested, but a lot more invested next season than this season with a few of the changes that personally I'm very excited about. I'm excited to tell you about. I just cannot right now, but something to look forward to as we come into next season. A little bit of rule changes, a little bit of format changes on how the points and playoffs are, and I think it's going to be a great time. Doghouse Racing League always improving and getting better, especially since I've been here. Which, looking at it now, I think it might be about 2.5 years when I started iRacing, and then kind of jumped in this league almost immediately after kind of getting my bearings under myself. And I've been with the Doghouse League ever since. It is a fantastic league to join. If you're looking to join a race league, especially to get into next season, make sure you message one of us or get up with Daniel Wilkerson, one of the admins, Jamie Horne, Andrew St. Croix, really anybody that you see there on the left-hand side of your screen to try to get involved.
I mean, we've talked about it before, but even while we're out here trying to start our own racing league, I mean, just really think that Group 6 Cup Series, Doghouse Racing League, I mean, it's kind of the cream of the crop. I mean, great drivers, great action, always looking to improve as well, and that's something you have to admire as well. I mean, these guys are always looking to continue to make the league better, continue to improve it. So, I mean, I know we talked about it earlier, but I'm thrilled that this got to be our kind of first foray into broadcasting. Feel truly blessed and honored that we could be up here in the booth for this season. It's just been so much fun. Then to also be able to come back for next season, and then you're still a part of it on Tuesday nights for their ARCA series that's broadcast over on Intensity Broadcasting. Those guys do such a good job. And I know I'm a little bit far out from getting involved on the track. Still got a little bit more time to get my wheels under me, but looking forward to hopefully putting it out on the track here one of these days with these guys when we're not up here in the booth.
Oh, it'll come.
We are on the track for the on-the-track action. We are starting to see some guys bringing it down pit road here. You just saw Daniel Wilkerson, after Jamie Horne got around, choose to go ahead and bring it down pit road there. Jamie Horne now with a 7.3 second lead over Andrew St. Croix in second place. Adam Thompson about 4/10 behind in third place. Eric Warman be right at a second behind Adam Thompson for fourth place, and then Josh Cully going to be a good 7 seconds behind Eric Warman in fifth place. And Steve Minomo about 16 seconds behind the race leader in sixth place. Jamie Horne still running 19.2 on his lap times here. Just continuing to build that lead. I mean, that's 2/10 faster than Andrew St. Croix and Adam Thompson that last lap.
Yeah, you see the last lap times there on the left-hand side of your screen. Jamie Horne about 2/10 faster than the next 3 people behind him. I mean, that's got to make you feel good.
Definitely got to be comforting for your race lead here. Continuing to build out on that lead. It's almost up to 8 seconds here. I mean, it's just, there's some tracks you like and some tracks you don't like. And Jamie Horne, obviously a big fan of North Wilkesboro. We've talked about it before, but I mean, one of the things that really can kind of set you apart from the rest in a league where there is open setups, and you know, some of these guys share setups, some of them have setup sponsors. You know, your setups can absolutely help you, but at the end of the day, one of the things that's really going to come into play is how consistent you can be, and can you hit your mark each and every single lap over and over and over again. And I mean, I think that's why we've seen the success of Jamie Horne this year, and also why we see like Andrew St. Cyr perform so well. Just those guys that are consistent week in and week out is really going to be what pays off here.
While we're here on some good old short track North Carolina racing, the NASCAR schedule is out for 2026. And the first race, February 1st, is going to be at Bowman Gray Stadium.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
I know we had some differing opinions on the Bowman Gray opener for the NASCAR season. I'm personally a pretty big fan. I thought it was fun to watch. I know a lot of NASCAR drivers are from the North Carolina area, so I know a lot of them. I mean, for a lot of these guys, is where they got their start. And it also has nothing at all to do with the fact that I live in Greensboro, which is about 30 minutes from Bowman Gray. And I think we got to go.
I mean, it was all right. I mean, I know I'm in the unpopular opinion camp on that, but I don't know. It was just bumper to bumper race, and you can't pass anybody. It was all right. It was all right. That's how I'll give it. But I do know that for the championship race this year or next year, they're going to Homestead, Miami, which I'm very excited about. Been waiting to see that for a while. Another big change I'm very excited that they've done is no more 1 p.m. start times. I don't know why, but the 1 p.m. start times just drove me insane.
I'm saying, when did they used to start? I mean, it used to be like what, like 2:30?
It used to be 1 p.m. every race. You get home from church and the chicken's still frying, the race is starting.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like that was kind of the thing, was like, we'd come home from church growing up, and it would be pretty much just going right to the TV. We drove like 35, 40 minutes to get to church. And so by the time we got back, it was like time to start fixing lunch, whatever that was going to be, and turn the race on. Just heard Adam Thompson and Andrew St. Cyr come over the radio there, both of them saying that their car is starting to get really hard to control. Heard Andrew St. Cyr saying, I'm just trying to hang on to it. Adam Thompson saying that he thought he was going to be able to get him, but then his car got super tight on him. As you see, Jamie Horne just continuing to plow ahead here in the Auto Pros 175 at North Wilkesboro. Approaching a 10-second lead now on Andrew St. Cyr in second place. Does have a 10-second lead on Eric Warman, currently sitting in fourth place.
Thompson is trying to set up this pass, and it is going to be very tough, especially if your car is tight coming into these corners. St. Cyr doing a fantastic job just blocking off and holding them there. Eric Warman is going to try to take advantage of this and catch up to the bumper of both of those guys.
What a green flag run at North Wilkesboro, too. Just, again, can't talk about it enough. The skills that these guys have. I know we had kind of a bumpy start to the race. What was it, 7 cautions, 30 laps? 40 laps.
Yeah.
7 cautions, 40 laps. And then not a caution flag since then, as we are about to be on lap 130 here in just a few minutes.
Thompson's got the high side. He's going to have to try to clear him high here, but Mike Leftwich is going to be right there as an obstacle.
Woo!
Oh, Andrew St. Clair pretty loose, able to hold on to it.
Again, another funny radio moment. I just feel like I have to talk about. I heard both of them on the radio while Adam Thompson was trying to make that pass, and both of them went, "Oh!" Also, other fun facts. Just a little peek behind the curtain of broadcasting. That really hurt my voice, so I'm gonna have to go on mute for a second so I can cough. Don't you hate that when you're trying to talk and describe something, be professional, whatever the case may be, you just feel that tickle just get stuck at the back of your throat?
Absolutely. That's why I don't describe things anymore. Just let you do it all.
So next time you have a project for medical school, you're just going to be like, I don't describe things. I write them. Just break out your whiteboard, start describing your formulas.
I'm just going to pull up like an interpretive dance that describes what I'm trying to talk about.
And John, do you want to tell us what that represents? He needs Tylenol.
Found out a hot subject now in the medical community. It's been a fun ride. Being in a medical field in 2025.
I can imagine. Jamie Horne now currently out to a 10-second lead on everybody that is on the lead lap. He currently has everyone up to 4th place, a lap down. Eric Warman going to be the last car on the lead lap, currently sitting in 4th place. Caution flag is out. That is going to be the first caution flag that we have had since lap 40. That was going to be William Hensley, I believe, there on the inside wall. I think that might have hit his incident limit as well, because I think it disconnected him right after that impact there.
He was able to back it up.
As far as out on the track, this is going to shake things up a little bit as well, as Jamie Horne has brought it down pit road here. I mean, realistically, he might still come back out in first place, given the lead that he had there. Looks like Brandon Trush also down pit road. Looks like Andrew St. Clair down pit road. Richard Leclerc, Eric Warman. See Gary Clune down there as well. Gary Armijo down pit road. Bill Gentry. Steve Bonomo in that number 9 car also down on pit road. Believe it's going to be Josh Cully that is getting a lap back here.
He should get the lucky dog, and if not, he'll get the wave around regardless.
So he's sitting there waiting for that, and he is going to get that right here as he takes off around the track.
And I think Dumont will also get a wave here. Yes.
And a little bit of a turn of events here as well. Adam Thompson not bringing it down pit road. Going to keep it out on the track, and I don't think the guys were quite ready for the pace car to go off.
lot of confusion there.
I think they're getting gridded back up now. I don't think they were quite ready for the pace car to go off. Only a couple guys seemed like they were truly ready. Oh, Andrew St. Cyr really, really loose.
Oh, that's Leclerc spinning. Oh, that's going to help him get gridded back up there.
I was going to say, I think a couple guys are pretty thankful for that. Don't know that Adam Thompson's necessarily very thankful for that because he had a little bit of space on Jamie Horne. Adam Thompson had shot off on the old tires there. Had about a second of a lead when that caution flag came out. Mark Bates in the comments, great job, Adam T. Believe with this restart, didn't even have a chance to go through the leaderboard here.
Pull up Adam Thompson's stats really quick while we're sitting here in our 26 starts. You know, he's got those 2 wins. We said it before, if he's up at the front, he's winning about 20% of the time. If he is making a podium, he is winning 20% of those races. So definitely a guy to look out for as he continues this run here.
Had a couple guys bringing down pit road again, including Adam Thompson bringing it down this time. Looks like Daniel Wilkerson going to come down as well. Looks like John Novak going to come down pit road as well. I think Andrew St. Cyr brought it back down as well. So it looks like when we get this thing restarted here, it is going to be Jamie Horne once again starting in first. Eric Warman going to have second place. I believe it's going to be... I currently have it as Adam Thompson, Stephen Bonomo, Andrew St. Cyr, Gary Armijo, Josh Cully. But that may change, and it sure does. Right after I said that. It's going to be Jamie Horne, Eric Warman, Stephen Bonomo, Andrew St. Cyr, Gary Armijo, Adam Thompson, Josh Cully for your starting 7, which are all in the lead lap. Next car lap down, I believe, is going to be John Novak, who's going to be 2 laps down after we restart here. But I believe that should also complete our pit road cycle here, which is crazy to say, on lap 143 of 175. But that's just the kind of race that we've had here. Is anyone going to have anything for Jamie Horne to close this race out? Oh, and as we're bunching it back up here, it looks like Jamie Horne is going to be taking an EOL for that caution that happened. Didn't quite hear exactly what he had said there, but said that he needed to call himself for an EOL. And that's going to send us back to green flag racing here, lap 145, 30 laps to go here in our championship race. The Auto Pros 175 at North Wilkesboro. Steve Bonomo loose, Josh Cully loose. Oh, Steve Bonomo stopped almost in the middle of the track. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It's been such a good race for both of those guys. Andrew St. Cyr and Eric Warman were battling it out up front right there. Andrew St. Cyr comes over the radio and says, Eric, that was really fun for 2 turns.
It ain't over yet. Eric Warman looks super fast right now, too. We know how much speed and talent that St. Cyr has. That's going to be a fun battle there at the front. Jamie Horne looks like he's going to be back up to 4th place.
Yeah, I believe he is. I mean, granted, an EOL not as desperate of a offense as it could be when you only have 7 cars on the lead lap, but at the same time, definitely gives these guys opportunity up front there. I mean, I think with Jamie Horne out there with the clean air, where he was running exactly the race that he wanted to run, I mean, there was nobody that was going to catch him. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, I mean, he had up to 4th place, a lap down, had 2nd place like 11 seconds behind. And he was crushing it. And now you've got Andrew St. Cyr and Eric Warman out front and Adam Thompson as well. All 3 of those guys been very, very fast all night long. It's just going to be able to see if they can hold off what is very obviously an extremely strong car of Jamie Horne. Jamie Horne trying to close off an absolute banner season here in the Group 6 Cup Series with yet another victory. See if any of these other drivers have anything to say about that. John Novak getting your lucky dog there on that caution. He's now going to be the only car a single lap down in 8th place. Daniel Wilkerson going to be 2 laps down in 9th. Brandon Truss 3 laps down in 10th place.
Not sure if Jamie actually made it to the back of the line, because he should have to go to the very back of the longest line, but regardless, I don't doubt he will be back up here in a second. And that restart was very confusing. The past 2 restarts have been very confusing for me. I'm just trying to figure some things out.
Green flag racing here, lap 151 when they cross the stripe. Andrew St. Cyr off to a great restart. Oh, Adam Thompson's loose now. Eric Warman up into the wall. Oh, and there's a big one. I think Eric and Adam were able to save it pretty well, but it caused a chain reaction with some of the other drivers.
I just read the comment from Mark Bates here. Great job, Adam T. And after that, I'm not sure if he meant that sarcastically or not. I'm not sure when he sent that.
That's been there for a while.
Okay. It's like, not sure if I should say that one or not.
Looks like Eric Warman gonna bring it down pit road here. Adam Thompson coming over the radio saying that he's going to be Adam Thompson coming over the radio saying he's going to take the EOL for that one. So that is going to make your starting row Andrew St. Cyr, Jamie Horne, Josh Cully fighting back now. Still going to be sitting in 3rd place. Gary Armijo now going to be in 5th. Eric Warman 6th. Steve Bonomo 7th. John Novak now going to be back on the lead lap. That is 2 lucky dogs in a row for John Novak to put him back on the lead lap. Now your next car in the lucky dog position going to be Daniel Wilkerson, who is going to be 2 laps down and in 9th place. So Adam Thompson going to take the EOL there. Eric Warman brought it down pit road. So that is going to move them back in the line. They're going to have to fight their way back up front to be in that Andrew St. Cyr, Jamie Horne battle. As with crossing the stripe there, we now have 20 laps to go in this race and 20 laps left to go in this season. That's a crazy feeling.
Before we get going back green here, just want to give another shout out to our sponsor, especially Group 6 for sponsoring this season. Shoney's Butt Kicker and Auto Pro Service for sponsoring this race tonight.
Absolutely. Pace car is off. We are back underway for green flag racing here at North Wilkesboro for the Auto Pros 175. Going to be great racing here to close this thing out. Andrew St. Cyr on the low side trying to fight off Jamie Horne. Jamie Horne pretty much been perfect all night long. Is Andrew going to have anything in the tank to hold him off? Oh, they almost touched there.
Oh, St. Cyr is loose. Able to save it.
Able to save it, but the freight train is coming on the high side-by-side. That is going to allow Josh Cully to get up there into second place. Steve Bonomo now going to be fighting with Andrew St. Cyr. Eric Warman there as well.
Warman's taking that inside, going to get around Bonomo here. Brandon Trush 3 laps down behind Bonomo, trying to work his way through here as well. Adam Thompson gets very loose. Hits Wilkerson into the wall. That might bring out a caution as Dumont gets hit too.
I was just getting ready to say, I'm thankful I didn't say it because Adam was going to let me know about it. Adam Thompson was flying through the pack. Him and John Novak both seemed like they were really moving well through that pack, but Adam Thompson just getting a little bit loose. It slows him down. And it kind of slows down right there in the middle. Mike Leftwich gets into him and just sets off that chain reaction behind them all.
Yeah, there's stuff that Mike can do there. If you start to hit the brakes at all or let off, you're going to be spinning as well. Just a tough position to be in.
Now, honestly, in any other capacity, I think I'd be kind of surprised that we haven't seen more parking lot wrecks tonight, because it is so hard to dodge anything here. We've seen guys getting loose, getting tight all throughout this race. I mean, it's just so tough here, not only to keep yourself straight, but then when someone does spin, to be able to stay out of the way of it. And I feel like primarily tonight it's been mostly single and 2-car spins. I know in the last couple we've had some more people, so we will see how this race ends up. So Adam Thompson brought it down pit road to try to get a little bit of that damage repaired. Adam Thompson again calling for the EOL here. I believe he's going to be starting at the back of the pack anyway, as he had to bring it down pit road. So you're starting grid here up at the front is going to be Jamie Horne, Josh Cully, Andrew St. Cyr, Eric Warman, Steve Bonomo, Gary Armijo, John Novak, and Adam Thompson going to be your cars on the lead lap, and when we go to get this thing restarted here. Pace car is off, lap 164 when we cross the stripe. 12 laps to go to decide it here at the end of the Auto Pros 175 at North Wilkesboro. Jamie Horne off to a huge restart. Josh Cully trying to get caught up there using that middle lane. Andrew St. Cyr trying to go down low. Eric Warman going to look high. Brandon Trush was trying to get it off of pit road, so now he's going to be up there. I think he's trying to keep it low to let these guys race around him, but oh, Andrew St. Cyr gets a little bit loose again.
Probably he's going to look low here. Oh, Brandon Trush down the inside, able to keep it straight. No caution. St. Cyr up into Warman.
Warman going to be able to get around there. Josh Cully looking to the inside of Andrew St. Cyr. Andrew St. Cyr able to get it recovered really, really well. Going to work the inside of Josh Cully here. Trying to get that podium spot back. He is going to get that done there.
Jamie Horne pulling off to about a 1.2 second lead in front of everybody else right now. Big racing back here in the back. Oh, Novak to the side of Armijo. Spins him around. That's going to bring out another caution.
Here with only a few laps to go. I mean, can you script a better ending?
I was about to say something about the MLB and the Dodgers, but no.
Heard Andrew St. Court come over the radio, said, he was talking to Josh Cully, said, Josh, I'm doing everything I can to let you get by me. And Josh said, yeah, but I can't drive anymore.
That's just tough racing there coming out of the corner. Novak gets into the very back corner of Armijo, gets him spun around. Restarting here, it's going to be Jamie Horne, Eric Warman, Andrew St. Court, Josh Cully, Stephen Bonomo. That is going to make it your top 5 here on the lead lap. John Novak, Adam Thompson, Gary Armijo. Brandon Trush going to get that waiver or that lucky dog right there. It's going to put him 2 laps down, so he's hoping for 2 very quick cautions. I'm not sure if he's going to get that, but it could happen.
Just hearing the radio go back and forth of the guys talking about the different setups that they used tonight. I believe it's going to be Jamie Horne, Eric Warman getting it started. Andrew St. Court going to be 3rd. Josh Cully going to be 4th. Steve Bonomo 5th. Jamie Horne going to be taking the outside here. I don't believe this is going to be a green-white checkered.
Not yet.
Yeah, it's not going to be a green-white checker. It's still just going to be green flag racing here to close this race out. What an exciting season this has been, and a little bit extra excitement here at the end of the season. Just a couple of laps here to go to close this season out. Pace car is off. Will it be one more time or will there be more? We will have to find out here as the green flag goes into the air again. Jamie Horne with a huge restart once again here. Josh Cully, Eric Warman battling it out right behind him, trying to get those podium spots. Adam Thompson back up in the mix as well. Well, Adam Thompson was thinking about taking it 3 wide, not able to get it done.
Yeah, Gary Quinn sliding off the track, able to keep it green there as Jamie Horne comes around, takes the white flag. Eric Warman sitting in 2nd place.
Eric Warman sitting in 2nd place. Andrew St. Court going to be in 3rd. Josh Cully getting into the wall a little bit right there. Adam Thompson fighting him for 4th. And that is going to be the end of the season. Checkered flag in the air. Jamie Horne, your race winner, your championship winner. A fitting victory at the end of the season for your series champion. Congratulations, Jamie Horne. Winner of the Auto Pros 175. Winner of the Group 6 Cup Series. What a season. Jamie Horne gonna burn it down one more time here in this season. Just saw Brandon Trush go over the jump.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Jamie's going to burn it down. Sounds like that car is turned off right now. Might be putting that one away in a trophy case somewhere.
Eric Warman going to be your second place finisher here tonight. That is going to solidify third place in the points for him. Andrew St. Cyr finishing in third tonight, also getting a podium finish. That is going to be your second place in points. Just heard Jamie come over the radio, said y'all want to go jump the jump. I think Andrew's trying to find it right now. Kathleen Trush in the comments. Congrats, Jamie. Awesome season. B-Mac, congratulations, Jamie, on the win in the championship. Congratulations, Andrew, for placing third and second in the season. What a season. What a season it has been. And how fitting is it that as professional as these guys are, and as great of drivers as these guys are, and now they're looking for the jump at the end of North Wilkesboro.
I want to ride along one of these guys.
Just heard Adam Thompson come over the radio, said him and Eric are about to send it. Here goes Adam Thompson. Oh no! Oh no! What a way to close the season out. Oh my gosh. Well, with that being said, we are going to work on getting your top three up for their interviews, but just want to emphasize again through the laughter here, while there's still 17 people here in the stream, from the bottom of our hearts up here in the booth, from Doghouse Racing League, from the Group 6 Cup Series, from us up here in the booth at Nap Daddy Racing, thank you to each and every one of you for a wonderful season. You guys have been absolutely amazing tuning in each and every week. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so, so much for tuning in each and every week. It has been an absolute blast. Wouldn't want to have it any other way. And I can't tell you how thrilled we are that we get to be back up here in the booth with y'all for next season. B-Mac again, congratulations to Hunter and Jonathan for a great broadcast, and see you next season. Thank you so much. Kathleen Trush saying OMG. That's, I mean, man, I couldn't script a better end. That's so good.
Yeah, fantastic ending to the season. Want to give a really quick big shout out to your winner. I don't know if we emphasized that enough with the old jumping the ramp thing going on there, but Jamie Horne picking up the championship this season. He is going to be your 2025 Group 6 Cup Series champion. Congratulations to him bringing it home. That has not tallied up the points yet, and I don't think he's passed post-race inspection, but I think it's safe to say we can go ahead and throw up this graphic for him. I think the 107 points coming into this race might be enough, but we're going to try to get some of these guys up here for interviews, and in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break and be right back. And we are back here. I do have some interviews for you coming up. First, I'm actually going to pull up your fourth place finisher in Adam Thompson, because I think I have him sitting here in the booth. I'm not sure if he knows that there's an interview coming right now, but he's sitting there in the booth, so we're going to pull him up. Adam, you got a copy of this in the booth?
Oh, hey! I didn't know you guys were gonna bring me up.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows we're going to bring him up. We're definitely going to bring him up after that.
We gotta
stuff
bring
that
up the
went in
loser.
But wanted to give you a quick shout out and congratulations on fourth place tonight, man. And Hunter's going to finish up this interview while I try to chug this water down.
Get her done. Add some salt to it.
Yeah, we were sweating up here watching that thing, man. I know you had to be sweating out there on the track. Tell me about what the race was out there like tonight. I know we had a kind of a rough start, a lot of cautions, and had some more cautions at the end. It had that big green flag run in the middle. What was that car like on that long green flag run in the middle of the race? Like, what were you experiencing out there?
It was actually really good. I had to tighten it up before the race started. It was too loose. You darn sure didn't want to get in the bumps in either corner because it was going to send you. Which you saw it send me there. You know, had that long green flag run. I don't screw up anything. I'm running around there like a bald eagle. And man, you know what it was though is, and Andrew and I were just talking about it. We obviously just took minimal fuel at the end, and I think that because he said, and he'll tell you, I'm sure, but he was having some of the same issues, and I think the rear end of the car was too light. We probably should have lowered it a little bit because when I took out my teammate, which I apologize for that. But yeah, I entered the corner just like I always do into one, and the rear end just snapped, and it didn't make any sense. And yeah, I think it was fuel. But yeah, the long run was good. A lot of those guys front right tire was like 33 and I was 45, so I don't know, I guess I was doing pretty decent at saving. But yeah, it was a fun season. Listen, seriously, you guys, I've listened to so many broadcasts. You guys are number one, and I'm not blowing smoke. I
Wow.
truly mean that. My wife and I talk about it all the time, and you guys just do a spectacular job. Doghouse, this league, look guys, anybody listening, join Doghouse. I like them a lot. They don't take any crap. And what I mean by that is like they keep it clean. They don't let anybody get on the radio and be hateful. And they just it provides good, clean racing. I knew tonight was going to be what it was. I predicted 12 cautions, not because of the drivers. It's just it was a crazy track tonight.
Oh man, North Wilkesboro was insane. We were talking about it before the race. But it's Group 6 Cup Series, Doghouse Racing League. Normally, I think we average less than 3 cautions most races, and like tonight, it's probably gonna be a little bit different. But man, unbelievable season for you. Congratulations! Always one of our favorite interviews up here. Thank you very much for the compliment. Looking forward to seeing you out on the track next year. Looking forward to be up in the booth to broadcast you for next year. I think that's official that we're back for season 2. So looking forward to that. And
Let's go.
before we get you out of here, any sponsors, any shout outs you want to give?
I tell you what, if I get wrecked out early next year, I'll come up and join you guys for a few minutes. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, shout out again to you guys, Doghouse, Ryko, Andrew, Eric, and Jamie. They, finished top 3 in the championship. I'm gonna let you go. I know you got 3 more interviews to do. Love you, boys. Have a good weekend.
Adam, have a great weekend. Congratulations. We'll see you next time.
All right, see you, boys. Thank you.
See ya.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be Adam Thompson bringing it home in fourth place out here at North Wilkesboro. I was about to die of thirst out here. Sorry about that. But coming up next, I do have your third place finisher, Andrew St. Cour. Andrew, you got a copy of this in the booth?
We got a copy.
Well, hey, man, congratulations on third place tonight. Second place in the points this season. It was a wild one there at the end. I know cautions breed cautions, but you had some tight racing there at the end. Talk to us about how that car started to change over the course of the run.
It was absolutely undrivable for the last 20, 25 laps. I didn't stay ahead of the adjustments at all. Overall, the car felt really, really good for that really long run that we had. I don't know how many laps it was, but I think we were definitely on, like, what were we on? Probably 140 lap tires, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
before we pit it. Now, mind you, we had a lot of cautions to start the race. I think right up to like lap 30, 35 before we actually started going green for a long run. But we almost got 100 laps, I think, on that long run, and it started to build tight. really tight for me. So my adjustment was, on that caution was to go in and loosen it up, um, and that was a big mistake. So thankfully, we had another really short caution, or a really short run. I think the first corner actually, we had a caution, and I was able to go back in, and I didn't take tires. I just took the adjustment back out to try to snug it up, because as soon as I got on braking that first opportunity on that, as soon as we went green, I just went sideways, and I was I was just, oh my goodness, I can't do this for 35 more laps. So trying to remember exactly what happened, and then so then after that, it really didn't help a lot. I put all the brake forward that I could to try to be able to stop, and without the back end coming around, and it was helping a little bit, but under throttle, the back end just wanted to snap, and it felt like maybe there was a few of us. I think Adam, you're probably just talking to him, and he probably, I suspect, probably mentioned similar at the end of the race, because him and I were talking in the race, and just before we got called up for the booth here, and we were both saying the same thing. It was just snapping loose. We're like, where'd that come from? So anyway, I think it had to do with the fuel that we took, or lack thereof, and lighting up the rear end and that sort of stuff. But anyway, it was a race, considering that I was, I think I had 16 laps in practice. The practice session before the race is all I got for practice for this race tonight. First time I've ever been at this track. I didn't come here last year at all. So I feel like, I was making some good progress, and I do wish that maybe I had a little bit more time to practice. But yeah, no, it was entertaining, that's for sure.
Absolutely gave us quite a show up here too. I mean, a lot of tight races went on. Looks like a lot of the cars were changing just over the course of the run, but finishing up second here in the points. Looking forward to seeing you next year and improving on that and keep that battle going. I mean, it's been a great year just to watch you and Jamie Horne kind of go at it all year, and I think that's just going to grow and get even better. But before I let you go out of here, any sponsor shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, just thank Daniel for putting on this league. I know he's got a number of evenings a week now that he's hosting league races, and he's just so committed to just keeping a real a real fun environment for everybody that participates. I love the fact that we're all welcome to race any night of the week. We're not just tied to the one night, for example. Really good group of guys. Shout out to Jamie. Congrats to him for the championship. Eric, gave me everything I could handle for a number of races this year, and I believe he finished third in the standings. So congrats to him. And hopefully Jamie doesn't continue to get better, and maybe I have a chance next year to win a couple of races. But he's definitely picked up his game this past year and a half, and no, it's been a lot of fun. But I do want to shout out to yourselves. Every race, after the race, as soon as you guys let me go, if I'm in a broadcast or in the interview, whatever, I always log back into YouTube and kind of fast forward through the race sometimes, just to kind of see some of the different moments. But I always go back and watch it. So, and I really enjoy listening to you guys and your context that you provide, and throughout the run. And I think for the viewers out there that do listen, they do learn what's going on. And I know my mother Beam actually, she tends to have lots of questions at different times after the race, like what happened there, why'd that happen, different things. So she's very engaged, and I like watching the different fans. I think Jamie's mother, and even Brandon Trush's mother, and Kevin's father, and there's a lot of people out there that watch these races every single week, and it's great to see that. So thanks for the fans. And the last shout out is definitely to my teammates, BMP, and I do believe that we took the team championship this year. So that's definitely something to be proud of. So we'll definitely be back next year to do that again. So thank you.
Absolutely, and we appreciate what you saying that too. It makes us feel really good, and I would tell your family not to listen to what I have to say too much. Just throw darts
And just
in the dark.
here, I didn't realize you're in medicine, or you're in school for that. So why don't you come up to Canada, so I'll have a doctor, because there's anyway. Yeah. And move to Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. We're looking for doctors. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. If I could bear the cold, I would. I'm more of a heat guy, but
Well, good luck in your schooling. And Hunter, I know you and I don't talk a lot, but It tends to be Jonathan that does most of my interviews, but anyway, thank you as well. So,
Thank you, sir. Really appreciate you very much. It's been so much fun to broadcast you this year.
all right, guys. Anyway, have a good night, and we'll catch you next time.
Yes, sir. You too.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be Andrew St. Cour coming home in third place tonight, finishing second in the points. Makes you feel good when he says that. And now I'm like backtracking, thinking of everything I've said up here. I'm like, man, I hope I don't say something stupid. And somebody's like, what does he mean by that? I'm like, no, don't listen to him. He's just stupid. He don't know what he's talking about.
I think that's our shtick, is that we say some really smart stuff, follow it up with some really stupid stuff, and it's just like, these guys like might know something, but like also we got to chuckle. So it's like, hey, cover up the dumb stuff with, but make it funny.
Yeah, you just got to throw in big words like principles and laws and physics, air quotes, all that stuff. But anyways, coming up next, I have your second place finisher, Eric Warman. So I drag him up to the booth. Eric, you got a copy of this in the booth?
Yeah, 10-4.
Well, hey, man, congratulations on second place tonight, finishing third in the points. You had a fast car out there. We just talked to Andrew St. Cour talking about how dynamic the car was over the course of the run. Give us your thoughts on the car and on this track as this run went on.
Oh, you just had to make sure you didn't get too hot on entry, at least on my setup I was running, and then make sure you didn't give too much throttle coming out of the corners. It's just car was on edge the entire night, basically, and you just kind of had to baby it all the way around.
Yeah, I got you finishing third in the points this season with this really the back half making a run. I'm looking forward for you to build on that coming into next season. What are you looking forward to most next season?
Right now I'm just seeing what the voting comes into and see how it all comes out, and whether we'll be here or not.
But yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to play out after this is over. I know there is some changes coming up for next season, but I do want to talk about some of the jumps you had there at the end. And who do you think got the best jump at the very end there? Who tore up the car the most, really?
Who tore up the car the most? I might have got that one at the end because I blew it up. Who got the best jump out of me and Adam? Oh, I think I helped him over, so I think I technically got the best jump. So,
well, if you remember back in Indianapolis, we were racing in the Indy cars. I think it was you that jumped over somebody to get like the third place spot. So, I mean, that might be your thing.
Yeah, where there's a wall to ride, somehow I find it.
I actually have a video of that saved, and I think when we were at the Indianapolis race, I tried to pull it up and play it over the broadcast, but I got to find that again because I was down the bottom side, and you jumped over, I believe, Justin McMahon to pass him and me to take that spot away from both of us at the finish line. So, I mean, it was a Cars moment right there, like Cars 2 moment for sure. But anyways, congratulations again on the second place tonight, third place in the points for the season. Before I let you go, any sponsors or shout outs you want to give?
Oh, yeah. I want to thank Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. I want to thank my wife for letting me do this. Our kids are out of the house, so hopefully they're having fun. Thank to all the sponsors that sponsor the league. Definitely thank for all that admin that work the races, and thank you for Daniel for putting on the league, and you guys for putting on the broadcast. And definitely want to give a shout out to Premier Racing Setups. If you guys need a cup setup, check them out. You get 2 setups for the price of 1. Definitely a good place to go. Obviously, we're bringing the speed. I don't think I've been outside the top 10 since I switched over to them. So,
yeah, man, Premier's a good setup shop there, and definitely I've used a lot of their stuff before in the past. So, but congratulations again on finishing in second place tonight, and looking forward to seeing you more in the booth next season.
oh well, thank you very much. You guys have a great evening.
Yes, sir. You too.
Take care.
You have to forgive me. I am like trying to chug down 2 cough drops at the same time. I feel like I'm about to cough a lung up here. Man, just dry weather, dry cough. But that was Eric Warman finishing up in second place tonight. Coming up next, I have your winner, Jamie Horne. So pull him up to the booth. Jamie, got a copy list in the booth?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congrats on finishing first place tonight. You kind of called it last week saying that this was your track. You really liked this place. Came out here passing everybody, putting, I think, everybody up to 5th place a lap down. Talk to us about this car and how you were able to manage it throughout the run.
Yeah, it's one of my probably top 10 favorite tracks. So I was looking forward to coming here for sure. Pretty much, if you can learn how to get over the bumps, that's kind of the key here is being able to come off the corner, especially for there's a huge bump and just not getting on the gas full throttle till you've hit the bump and got clear of that and saving tires a little bit. I burn them up a little bit more than I should have on that long run we had, um, but yeah, overall it was car felt great. I really felt like I could have went to the end. I wasn't planning on pitting until that caution come out and that's the only thing that brought me in there. But yeah, it was fun track. I know we had a few cautions, but it's to be expected at a shorter track like this. This is a very challenging track.
Yeah, I mean, even with the cautions that we had, it's still I'm kind of in disbelief. It's 9:50 right now. This is probably the earliest that we're like wrapping things up, even with 4 interviews here tonight and watching all y'all go over the jumps for a while. So, I mean, but yeah, it was a pretty good race there at the end, especially that long green flag stint. Like to see a lot of that. But coming into next season, what's something you're looking forward to most for the 2026 season?
Um, yeah, I just maybe continue the momentum I've got this season. From last season and this season, I don't know what click changed. I was telling Andrew a minute ago. I started learning how to make some of the adjustments in the pits, and I used to never change my brake bias, and started making adjustments with that throughout runs this season, and that seems to be what's really helped. Obviously, the Ryco setups are great. You got to thank them for the setups all year. They've been on point. But yeah, I looking forward to next season. Hopefully get to battle Andrew again and Eric and everybody. Adam, fun people. Everybody in the league's fun to battle against. It's been fun. I think for I don't know 12 or 13 weeks there, it was me and Andrew. It was one of us that started on the pole each week, and the other one outside pole. So that made it fun, and I think we might have made contact with each other a little bit a few times throughout the season. But I've got tons of respect for Andrew. I've always loved racing with him, and we've raced each other hard but clean the whole season, and you know, definitely something to be proud of on both of our parts.
Absolutely. I'm counting it up right now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Over the course of 13 weeks, it was either you or Andrew taking a win 12 of those times. So, I mean, that was
Wow.
between July and all the way to October. It was either you or Andrew, with the exception of Chris Leftwich taking the Daytona race right before the start of the playoffs. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's a lot of back and forth with each other, but I'm looking forward to seeing that too. I think there's a lot of newcomers coming into the league that are going to be a fun challenge, fun little competition there. But before I let you go,
Oh yeah.
any sponsors or shout outs you want to give?
Uh, give you guys a shout out for sure. Been a great time watching y'all grow this season, even with your new league. Doing a great job, great things with both of them. I always enjoying going back and watching the broadcast. Shout out to the sponsors, Group 6 for the series sponsor, Shoney, Butt Kicker, SSR Designs, Trackside NASCAR Outlet. Everybody that helps keep paying the bills, keep the league going. We appreciate it. It helps out tremendously. Uh, Congrats to Andrew for sure on second place and Eric third place in the. I think that's how they finished the race tonight. Well, Eric finished second in the race, but they finished second and third in the points. So good job to them. Um, Thanks to Daniel for putting all the time he does into the league and all the admins. My daddy Bill works real hard too to keep it going. uh, Definitely got to give y'all a shout out for the Nap Daddy designs for the cars all season. Fantastic looking cars. I'm telling y'all, 50 extra horsepower. If you want a car that drives fast, you need to get with them over the off season. Get them and get you a fire paint. They'll get it together and make it look jam up. Um, Thanks to all my teammates for all the practice all year long. I probably drive them nuts about anybody want to practice tonight, but but they put in a lot of time, or we've all put in a lot of time all year. Thanks to all the drivers that come out each week. That's really what makes this league keep going. Is the great group of drivers we have that show up, and we have great time on track. Shout out to all our families at home that are watching and cheering us on each week. Uh, we we appreciate that. We definitely enjoy hearing y'all say those remarks they're giving out, even though I don't know what my mom's going to say. Um, but we as drivers, we like to hear our families giving us shout out. Um, Shout out to my mom at home watching, and um, yeah, it's been a fun season. Looking forward to next season, and see how it goes.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations on the win tonight and the win for the whole season there, the championship. And looking forward to talking to you more next season.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all both. Y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too.
Thank you, man. Take care.
You too.
It's going to be Jamie Horne finishing in first place tonight at the track that he loves and also taking home the championship for the Group 6 Cup Series in the Doghouse Racing League. But that's going to be just about it for tonight and just about it for the season. Before we go, why don't you tell us a little bit about the sponsors here for the season?
Happy to do it one more time, man. Just emotional, man. This is crazy. Again, yeah, this season's been incredible, and we've had an incredible group of sponsors that make this whole thing possible. So first and foremost, shout out to Group 6 for being our series sponsor this year. Group 6 is a leading creative agency, and they're passionate about crafting cutting-edge websites, developing dynamic web solutions, and providing top-tier managed hosting services. Their mission is to help businesses of all sizes enhance their online presence, explore their wide range of services at group6inc.com, and see how they can drive your digital success. Special thanks once again to Group 6 for being our series sponsor this year. Tonight's race was brought to you by Auto Pros. Auto Pros is located in the heart of Roxborough, North Carolina. They want to be your go-to destination for all of your transmission needs with a team of skilled technicians dedicated to providing top-notch service. They're a transmission shop that ensures your vehicle is in capable hands. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, Auto Pros offers a wide range of services that is tailored to keep your car running smoothly. Be sure to check them out for all of your transmission repair needs out there in Roxborough, North Carolina. Thank you to Auto Pros for being our race sponsor here tonight for the Auto Pros 175 at North Wilkesboro Speedway. We are also very proud in the Doghouse Racing League and the Group 6 Cup Series to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Stop by one of their West Virginia locations to try their freshly prepared legendary breakfast bar and take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. We are also very proud and happy in the Doghouse Racing League and the Group 6 Cup Series to be sponsored by Butt Kicker. If you want the very best in sim racing haptics, be sure to head on over to their website at thebuttkicker.com and pick yourself up something today. Trusted by both professionals and the everyday driver, I can guarantee whatever you pick up over there, you will be happy you got. Thank you to them for being a longtime friend and sponsor of the league over here. And then for the final time this season, shameless self-promotion for myself and John. For those that don't know, myself and John make up a company called Nap Daddy Racing. Originally started as an iRacing design shop. We have expanded to try to be your one-stop shop for any and all of your iRacing needs. Check out our website at napdaddyracing.com for all of your custom design, template, or logo needs. You saw some of the Nap Daddy paints on some of these drivers throughout the season. You can check out our website for some of the new templates we have available as well. Also have some free content available on the website, and what better price than free, especially in this economy. And even if you're not into iRacing, you can grab a t-shirt, a hat, sticker, help support the brand. For the final time this season, you can catch us on Doghouse Racing TV on Thursday evenings. Coming back officially for next season. Could not be happier about that. You can catch us on our own channel on Monday nights. One more night for the Nap Daddy Racing League before we go into our second season here into 2026. And you can see us live on TikTok as often as we can. I, again, cannot emphasize enough how proud we are to be a part of the Doghouse Racing League and how proud we were to be a part of the Group 6 Cup Series this year. shout out once again. Can't say it enough to each and every one of you that tuned in this season, cheered on your drivers, you liked, you subscribed. We can't wait to see you in next season of the Doghouse Racing League here live on Doghouse Racing TV. You all cheering and supporting and being out there in the comments and tuning into the live every week made us feel real special up here in the booth to a couple of guys who frankly are kind of idiots and just really passionate about iRacing, passionate about this league, and made us want to get better and made us want to continue broadcasting and continue to push ourselves and expand our own business and all that good stuff that started here on Doghouse Racing TV and in the Doghouse Racing League in the Group 6 Cup Series. So shout out to each and every single one of you. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you so much. And looking forward to seeing all of you right here next season, live only on Doghouse Racing TV.
You kind of crushed that one there, bud. You crushed that one. I respect it. But that's going to be just about it for us here tonight on Doghouse Racing TV. We'll be back, and I got to make sure that I get this just right because I know I'm going to mess it up if I don't. So I'm going to pull it up really quick for you. And we'll be sure to post this up here too with the schedule. But we will be back on December 11th. That's going to be on Thursday night at 7:45 for the Merry Christmas 300. Going to be a bunch of laps there at Talladega. Little get-together for the boys. Going to be a lot of fun. Pretty excited. Usually these fundraiser races, the way they go is just a lot of excitement, a lot of fun. Very lighthearted. Not as high stress as a lot of these points races are. So pretty excited for that. And they also have the Snowball Derby coming up. But if you want to get involved in a league, and a great league, check out Doghouse Racing TV. Again, you can message us here on Doghouse Racing. You can email Nap Daddy Racing if you want to, and we'll make sure we get you in touch with somebody. But anyway, you can just reach out if you want to get into a good league, looking for a place to race. These guys racing on Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and now Friday nights as well. But that's going to be just about it for us here tonight. I don't have just anything else for you, but thanks everybody for hanging out with us this whole season. It's been a blast. We've learned a lot. I've got some things written down on my notebook. We're going to come back doing better for next season. A lot of things we might not do next season that didn't work out so well. So excited to keep on growing this thing and learning from mistakes and improving on some of the good things that we did. But with that said, for the last time tonight and this season, I guess, I have been John.
And I've been Hunter.
And we will see you guys next season.
Take care, everybody. See you next season. Thompson and St. Cyr side by side, racing it out. Who has the faster car to finish this thing? St. Cyr is gonna bring it home in first. What a race at the end of that thing. Caution, caution, caution. Come around the corner. Jamie Horne is going to be your winner here at the Mars Properties 200.